All right, so for today's workout, we're going to be doing a barbell movement called a squat clean thruster. So the warm-up today is really just to get your mobility, get through all of the movements, kind of just work the pieces of this particular lift, okay? If you're doing this at home, I'd grab a broomstick and go through all the warm-up with a broomstick and just get through a lot of the movements. And then just make sure the shoulders are stretched out. So to stretch beforehand, you can use the door frame like we have been doing. Put your hand in the door frame, stretch, then turn the palm down, stretch the other way. Maybe try and reach your hand behind your elbow, or your elbow behind your head, and stretching that way a little bit too. So just get those arms and shoulders loosened up from pull-ups and push-ups that we've done earlier this week, and burpees and all that good stuff. Then you're gonna grab a PVC pipe. And the pass-throughs are just like we normally do, have a nice wide grip on the PVC pipe. And we're gonna go back and forth. So you're trying to touch behind you and in front of you. You can gradually work your hands closer to each other on the PVC pipe, just going to the point where you feel like you can't do it without bending your elbows, okay? The front rack stretch, you do a couple of different things for that. You can get into the front rack position, so your hands are about a thumb's distance away from your hips, pulling into the elbows, and you can work to pull your elbows up as high as you can. If you've got a surface that you can put your elbows down on, and you can use that as a stretch, you're just pulling your elbow up. You can do this particular one, where I'm gonna grab onto the bottom of the PVC pipe or the broomstick. I'm going to rotate the PVC pipe out, and then I'm going to bend the elbow, okay? And then I'm gonna grab on underneath here, okay? So this, I can do a little bit of rotation in the shoulders while I'm pulling the bottom part, trying to keep a grip on it at the top. I can also go up and down with this. So this is really gonna get into the shoulders, all that good stuff. I do probably about 10 reps of each. Same thing on the other side. Again, hold it towards the bottom, let the PVC pipe rotate out, then bend the elbow, and then grab underneath, and then do some rotations, and then do where you're lifting up, okay? All right, then you're gonna get into the actual moves. So you're gonna do an overhead squat here. If you can, I'd like you to have a narrow grip, so same thumbs distance away from the hips versus having a snatch grip, which is out here. So try to have a narrow grip. We're gonna hold it right up overhead. Try to keep it within our range of motion, or our center of gravity. The hips are gonna go back, the knees are gonna go out, and we're gonna squat up and down. The goal is to try not to let the PVC pipe come all the way out here, but to try and keep it in our center of gravity right up above our heads, okay? So you're gonna do about 10 of those. Then you're gonna keep that same grip. So don't move the hands out at all. We wanna get into the bottom of the squat position. And from here, we want to do 10 presses. So you're going to start behind the neck, you're in the bottom of the squat, and you're going to press, okay? Back and forth behind the neck in the squat position. That is the sat press. Then we're going to work a squat jerk. This will probably be a new movement. This is just something to get a little bit of speed going, a little bit of mobility, and get the shoulders warmed up. So what you're going to do, just like we do with a push jerk, a dip, and a drive, okay, except this time when we catch, we're going to squat, okay? So I'm gonna dip, I'm gonna drag the bar up off my shoulders, come to extension, and then drop into the squat to catch. So I still wanna have this relatively narrow grip, or this clean grip on the bar, okay? So dip, squat, dip, squat. So you're driving the bar up, and then driving the body down underneath it. So that's the squat jerk. Do about 10 of those. Then we're just working through the clean portion. So you're gonna do some deadlifts, so now you're going to keep that same grip again, about a thumb's distance away from the hips. Loading up, so the hips are below the shoulders. I'm pulling the PVC pipe towards me. So from the side, I'm pulling it towards me, hips are below the shoulders, and I'm going to make the shoulders and the hips rise at the same rate. Hips go back, torso leans forward, down to the bottom. Okay, 10 of those. Then we want to do 10 high pulls. Okay, so shrug, pull those elbows up to the ceiling, You come up onto the tippy toes. And trying to see what else I have there. Ah, thrusters, okay? Then you're gonna do 10 thrusters. So a thruster is a front squat into a push press at the top. Squat, press. Okay, so push those knees out. Elbows are forward of the bar, using that momentum on the way up to press overhead. Make sure when we get to the top, we're in that neutral position. The bar is not in front of us, okay? And the bar is not all the way behind us. Everything is neutral. All right, so go through those things as many times as you need to feel comfortable, to feel warm. Then the workout is going to be a squat clean thruster, okay? All right, so I'm actually just gonna go through what the squat clean thruster is for this as well. If you're at home, if you have the ability to add weight, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just use your PVC pipe. Do sets of 5, 3, 2, 1, or use an object, and you can do all of those same things, okay? So the squat clean thruster starts with a squat cleaning. So my hands are gonna be about a thumb's distance away from the hips. I'm gonna start at mid-shin. I'm gonna pull all the way up, elbows extend, and I'm gonna get into the squat, press at the top, okay? So again, I'm starting from the ground, squat clean, thruster on the way up. So it's combining a whole bunch of stuff. It's combining the squat clean and the thruster. Basically all of the moves just kind of smashed into one. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see distinct moves. We don't want to come up to here and then do a hang clean, and we don't want to do a press with a pause. You want to use that whole momentum. So we want to get into the squat, press at the top, okay? The other thing we don't want to do is we don't want to come here and then do a front squat and then a thruster. So really work on pulling the shoulders back out of the way, pull them out of the way, drop underneath it, driving up at the top, okay? Use your momentum on the way up to push that bar up overhead. All right, have fun with this one.